Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It is a beautiful Friday night. Gonna have a follow-up from last stream I did, which was Sunday. I talked a little bit about this video that an Earjuice released. It was played on the Ralph Retorts Killstream channel. Imagine that Earjuice was very ecstatic that he got head patted by his senpai Ralph. But I guess that's just a theory. I haven't asked him about that yet, but I don't think he was disappointed by it. But aside from that, I got some feedback from it, from some people that were involved with that video. It was a group effort, it turns out. And it turns out also that a lot of people weren't happy that I made it. They really, really didn't like that. I'll show you what I mean by that in a moment. Mostly going to talk about some stuff about it. And I'm going to show some of the reaction to it. So let's go ahead and start digging into some of the stuff. Before I begin, I should show something else first. For those people that are saying that this is just all for lulz, all for laughs, I should point out COG's accounts have been suspended immediately after this. That's kind of weird for something that's just supposed to be, haha, guys, this is just for lulz, this is just for laughs. Now, I don't think this is a coincidence at all. I don't think that COG's accounts being suspended, that is both of them, was just because this is fun, this bad thing happened at the same time. Like, it's amazing to me. I also see a bunch of people in the chat that are upset by this. I'll address some of that in a moment. Yeah, this isn't a coincidence. The fact of the matter is, people don't like COG, and they want him gone. So, of course, they're going to report his accounts. So, yeah, it's clear to me that these two incidences are related. I mean, maybe it is a total coincidence that both of COG's accounts get suspended, like, right after COG gets rat-fucked. But we'll see. I should also note that a lot of people are saying that, like, a lot of my speculations are just absolute fact and that they're definitive statements of proof. I don't think I've said that for most of them. There's some things I did say. In fact, I did get a couple things wrong. For example, like, Hef said that, yeah, he was talking about, but he said that whole community was going to collapse like a deck of cards. Yeah, he wasn't referring to COG's community. He was referring to Nick Rekitas. Yeah, okay, I got that wrong. But that doesn't mean that there's nothing going on here. Especially since there's a lot of since the creator of the video admitted to a lot of the behind-the-scenes stuff behind it. So let's get into that for a second. Let's see, what do I want to show first? Got some links prepared, some funny things that have happened in response to just one guy talking about this shit that for some reason everyone wants to correct the record on or respond with in their own exceptional sort of way. Alright, so let's see. We'll go with this one first. Hang on a second. That's a nice image of Ty Beard there. There's a reason I have that up, and I'll play that later. Okay, so one thing I've noticed that a bunch of my old friends in the Plate Gang, they decided to step by the server and they decided to go ahead and start shitposting and other dumb spurky shit in it. They also decided to start posting docs too, directed at me. I'm sure they're totally not mad. This, by the way, is one of Negro Joe's sock accounts. I'm sure they're totally not mad that I took a swing at their stepfather, because as we know, the Plate Gang used to work with Ralph, and the Ralph used to work with the Plate Gang. What are the odds that they didn't go ahead and decide to work together again? I don't think that's a coincidence at all. But that's just me. You're free to have your own opinion on that. Let's see what else we got here. This one here. Found a funny little thing. This is Stretch. He's a relevant character to this. It turns out that he had a hand in making the video. And I leaked the screenshots. Your facts are fucked. Ha ha ha. What does he mean by that? I'm not sure exactly what Stretch means by that, but it seems to me, based on some exceptional tweets by this individual that he took some screenshots from the server and gave them to Spectre. Now, I don't know about that. I don't know if that's the case for sure. And timing of this seems really odd. And let's see if that's the case. And he's, of course, Spectre's going on about how this is the real John Kelly, uses bad words like kike and faggot. Yeah, because he's so progressive and tolerant. And of course, at the same time, he's also threatening to post docs and go ahead like he hasn't done this before. And he's also threatening to, and he's saying to keep an eye on kiwi farms. Yeah, a very, very exceptional individual there. It's funny who's keeps on popping up in these kinds of situations. But let's go into a little bit more meat and potatoes of the stream, which is Earjuice actually came into the server and actually answered some of my questions here. And let's get into that as well. Let us dig right into that. All right, so we'll start here. This is where it gets good. Get rid of that. Okay, so Earjuice is here. He's mostly shit posting and making fun of the stream. You may have noticed in one of the other screens that I showed is that Earjuice did leave a lengthy reply because he wanted the record corrected, because Earjuice is like trying to be the most reliable name in drama news or something. And on top of that, he also wants what else was it? What was the other thing he wanted? He wanted to basically make a case that, oh, you got several things wrong. I gotta make sure that everything's resolved here. And he does have some things to say here. We'll get into that. But of course, over here, let's see. I'll go down a bit. So you really think that Hef and I worked with Drama Queen and Ralph to rat fuck Cog over months? Hee hee. You might notice that they're twisting some of the things I said. I didn't say that they were working with Drama Queen on that. I mean, actually, I think I might have said that it might have been going on. And again, he if this is, and here's the main thing to consider. There's one big thing that Earjuice said in the very beginning of his video. He wasn't out to hurt Cog. He made that very, very clear. He wasn't out to hurt anyone except Drama Queen. But Cog was yet the focus. Cog was the main focus of it, and that really doesn't make sense to me. That most of the time would be spent on Cog. Cog was the only known figure of all this. It's really weird and spurious to go ahead and say, oh, it wasn't anything to do with him. We weren't trying to go after him at all in any way. And then it goes on with this. So you really think that Hef and I worked with Drama Queen and Ralph to rat fuck Cog over months? Hee hee. Seems like a good rational inference, as Ty Beard would say, that this wasn't just a har, let's laugh at stupid shit on the internet thing everyone's making out to be. And then this is when the good parts start. About the recording of the 29th. This is me talking here. Earjuice responds, did you look at my Twitter handle or look into the many of the claims as research? I mean, a look at just my channel and the vids, or just the Guntwave playlist. I add to that, did you begin recording before or after starting the call? Now this is very relevant here. For more reasons than you realize. Because if you look at the little interview, a bit of the interview that Earjuice plays, you'll notice something weird. It's not an interview. It really isn't. And that's kind of weird. I'm sure there was an interview during that call, but when it starts out, it's just some small talk. Let's listen to that real quick. Let me see if I can get that up. I should have it in one of the browsers here. Okay. Yes, here we go. All right. Go this one, press play. I'm gonna shut up for a few seconds.
Pissing myself laughing the other day. Because I don't, I've never really talked to you before. And then Cog's saying, I mentioned that I got the heads off you. Because he's like, oh, I'll give you the Cog heads when I get home. And he's like, what?
Right.
You're talking to Drama Queen. I was like, yeah, what? He's like, when? I was like, oh, back in. Send me a screenshot. I was like, dude, I just told you
What
the time.
the fuck?
Send me a screenshot. I've sent her all these DMs and stuff like that, and she hasn't responded to me. And the first thing that went
Oh
through
my
my mind is just like, Cog must have sent her a dick pic and like is now waiting for a response or something. I was like, why does he want this so intently? And he was like, where's the screenshot? I was like, oh, okay, yeah, okay, I'll do it. Yep.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, Trez, he seriously put out like a APB for me. He tweeted out twice on Twitter and was like, someone DM DQ to make sure she's okay. He tagged me on Discord and was like, make yourself known. I had some IRL shit going on. I wasn't online much. And then, like, the next morning, he was blowing up my DMs and was like, hey, where have you been? And I saw I had all these messages from him, and it was like, fuck, okay, I'll have to write this long ass message to him explaining where I was, or I can just respond to Ear Juice and be like, here's these fucking heads. So it was quick to respond to you. And then he freaks out because I responded to you and not to him. And I'm like, Jesus Christ.
I didn't know what to think. God, I was laughing so hard the next day. So it's just like, man, all I could think was, what did Cox send Drama Queen?
Jesus.
And he's like, I've sent her like a whole bunch of DMs, like 7 DMs, and she hasn't responded. And I was just like, man, what did you DM her? Dude, did you send her a dick pic? Cog, what have you
He had Trez messaging me like, Cog is freaking out. Please respond. And I'm like, it was seriously not even 8 a.m. my time. And I'm thinking, I'm usually not even awake. What if I wasn't awake?
What the fuck?
He straight freaked out. Yeah, it was, oh Lord. Oh, it was a mess. I bet it did look.
Okay, I think you get the idea. Now, there's a couple possibilities here. One of two things. One, I just don't trust Ear Juice's word on these things at all. And for reasons that will become clear as we go on through the night. So the first possibility that, since this doesn't sound at all like an interview, they've been talking for about 18 minutes, if you look at the timestamp here, the time they talked. So this is to be the very beginning of the call. I don't think this call was about an interview. I think that they just made it up. That's one possibility. Or the other possibility is that this call was entirely recorded, and this was before the interview took place, and Ear Juice just records everything, or a lot of things, and will back pocket it until much, much later on when it's useful to use against that person. So when it comes to conversations with Ear Juice, you should be doing so on the assumption that he's probably going to record you. That's the first thing that we can gather from that. And there's more, and yeah, so this interview thing, quote unquote interview, is really awfully weird. Like, a lot of things are weird with this. Okay, so let's go over back to the Discord. There we go. Now we'll catch up back to where we were, because this is where things get interesting. Did you begin recording before or after starting the call? Earju says, yeah. Straight away, pretty much. I would have told her I'm setting it up. We chatted about Kitty Styles at first. Okay, and why were you talking about him? I mean, it's why we did the VC. I had never spoken to her in a VC prior. See the vid. I just came off stream with him. Okay, and isn't Kitty famous for fingering his 9-year-old sister? Yep. It's also really weird that in this blood sports community, they hang out with a lot of pedophiles. I don't know. That's just bizarre to me. I don't know why that is. And then I say, comes across as odd to me, record a conversation discussing a degenerate like that. He just laughs it off. I say, was she aware she was being recorded? Ear just responds, do your research. My alt channel is Jarbo Binks. It's a fucking interview for a video. What do you think? Fuck me. Why interview some nobody for a video? That's a very good question, because honestly, the Uwe video shit, I mean, he should have just called him a pedophile and then been done with it. Instead, he makes, like, 16 hours worth of content on his channel that's boring as fuck. And honestly, I don't know what the point is, other than Uwe is a spurg, but, we'll just downplay the whole fact that the guy hit on an underage minor on a live stream. I don't get why not just make that the focus instead of all this retarded shit in the background. It's really dumb. And they say my streams are bad. Let's see, where was I? I think the whole thing is on my SoundCloud, but I'm not sure. I had permission to, but I got around it, only putting up 1 or 2 of the females' interviews. Uwe Part 2. I'm guessing he had a Spurg Fest over the summer. Man, from what I heard, you are priceless and live up to the lore. Yeah, it's just the first part of the Uwe lore Part 2. Part 1 explains what happened, to start it all off. Like, you shouldn't you at least get a bit more in depth with the research before calling out with working for Ralph? I recorded Hef when he first came into the VC. It was so funny. Like, look at the relationship between all the people. Ralph is shitting on Hef in one of the tweets you pulled up. My Twitter handle is at DaftGun. Here's the issue with this. Like, just because someone shits on you for this or that reason doesn't mean you can't work together in some other way. Like, that's retarded to think that, oh, well, he called me a jerk once, so that means there's no kind of relationship between us. I don't see Earjuice, like, being disappointed or calling out Ralph for using his content on his stream to shit on Cog in a very clearly vengeful manner. Like, this whole shit that, oh, we're not buddies or pals, we don't know each other, we don't like to rub elbows, that's some dumb shit to just throw about, just like, to make it look like that, hey guys, it's all for the lols, it's all an organic thing, when it really isn't. Because that's the thing, E-celebs love faking drama. They love making shit up in order to basically get you into your interest in it, because conflict builds stories and tensions, and people gravitate towards that thing. Hey, look, we need a plot line, so this person and that person will just go ahead and, pretend to hate each other. It happens a lot. And I'm not really seeing Ralph holding really any big animosity towards this Earjuice character. So I'm not buying that response that just because someone said insulted someone else at one time, that means that they're mortal enemies and have a blood feud against each other that can never ever be put aside for some other goal. Kind of hypocritical to be asking me to do more research on you when you didn't extend Cog the same favor for this vid. Which is true, by the way. He didn't reach out to Cog when he made his video, and he's here lecturing me on the importance of contacting the subject and performing journalistic ethics when it comes to drama videos and streams. He confirmed everything in my video in his own voice, but only after the video, it seems. It's the one video that's there for confirming it at the end. And then I asked about that stream. Let's see. That goes on for a bit. Pretty much. But the info was all correct. Because I checked it. The plan was to go to him. He came to the stream. The video comes up with the clips. Well, there was a lot of plans and the things the three of us planned to do, but it all kind of happened the way it did. Now, you see that right here? The things the three of us planned to do. Huh. Isn't that interesting that this was a group effort? I wonder who those other two actors in this plan were. I mean, it wouldn't be like Earjuice just revealed them in the course of the conversation, would it? Huh. Oh, let's get into that. So it was a joint project? It didn't come up with the info by inferring, though. I had sources for everything, and 90% of stuff I said had a receipt, and I tried to explain what was speculation. Example, Worski. Huh, that's really weird that he'll allow speculation for himself, but other people speculate about him? Oh, that's crossing a line. Speculating about Worski or Cog or this or that person, that's fine, but when it comes to me, no, I gotta have special favors and exceptions. That's the thing that's Earjuice's standard. Which, okay. Cog explains his opinion over 4 streams and a bunch of tweets, all changing over time. That'll be interesting to see him, that change in action, but I Actually, no, we all know Cog fucked up. He really spurred out over this, so. The video is mine alone, but I discovered the info accidentally with Stretch, who told Hef. So it... That same... You remember that other guy? The guy who got ahead and decided to work with a known liar/doxer who has an axe to grind against me and provided screenshots for him? That guy? Yeah. No, but these guys are honest drama channels. They're not doing... They're just doing it for jokes. It's just pretensies. It's not about the ops. This wasn't an op at all, guys. I mean, it's just so amazing what these people do. It's like they're complete hypocrites. They say they're against this kind of cloaking dagger bullshit about going behind the scenes, working with other people, passing info along with each other, making narratives and building shit up like this. And then it turns out, hey, wait a minute, no, they're actually doing the same thing. There actually isn't any kind of standard at all. And then they'll go ahead and they'll lie about it. And then whenever anyone tries to point this out, they'll try to do everything in their power to discredit that person. Isn't that interesting? Okay, where was I? The video, Earjuice saying, the video is mine alone, but I discovered the info accidentally with Stretch, who told Hef. We went to the boyfriend. Stretch has most of the other info. So Stretch had receipts for Drama Queen and Cog, and the boyfriend had his. Drama Queen and Cogs lined up. Confirmed by Cogs for FTW stuff. FTW being the podcast Fuck the World Tonight. I never listened to it. It sounds really lame and uninteresting. These people really can't produce good content. It's all just manufactured drama like the stuff we're going to hear. And the stuff that was talked about with Uwe, which was 99% manufactured drama that nobody gives a shit about. Stretch got gathered... That's a really clunky sentence from my part. Stretch got gathered some of the info together, gave it to you, and with your info you made the video. Where does Hef fit into this? He was laughing at the whole time. Stretch has done a whole bunch of streams on the happy hour. The archives are on BitChutes under Red Foreman. So Hef just helped with the planning. Man, we just had a convo and tried to work what we were going to do. Then I like how he tries to downplay it once he gets caught here. You see what he does here? Like, he tries to say that, well, Hef wasn't really all that involved. He was just involved, okay? Like don't make a big deal of it. Gosh. Like, again, he doesn't like this line of questioning, and this is why he wants to make it about accuracy or you can't speculate about me. That's cheating. You can't question my intents or motives. He wants to downplay the fact that this was an op. It was the fact of the matter is they subversively they went ahead behind the scenes and plotted against someone else to take them out. That's what this was about. Now, maybe you could say that Ralph being involved with this was a bit of a stretch. It seems less likely as time goes on. There seems to be other motives and players here. Ralph certainly did take advantage of the situation, though. Very much so. And I don't think there's any denying that. And Ralph is known for getting himself in situations where he does use people's info. Very much so. And it puts himself in a very convenient position that way. Now, it's really, really funny about all this. Okay, gotta find my place. Forgive me. Man, we just tried to have a conversation and tried to work out what we were going to do. Then it just happened the way it happened. I didn't sit there with some plan. Remember, guys, he just previously said that the three of them had planned it. Like right up here. Yep, right here. Yeah, I think he realized at that point he had fucked up and he tried to take it back. But now we're not those bad guys who do secret gay ops together. We're just the bad guys who do gay ops together. Really, really amazing. But man, we just had a conversation. But he was the third party I mentioned earlier, right? Well, he was the one Stretch told once we knew everything. So he came into the fold. Yeah, not an op guy, not secret plannings behind the scenes behind this. Nope, nothing malicious about this at all. Okay, like I said, I'll be looking more into this. Meantime, enjoy your stay in the server. Okay, and then there's some more of that. Or some other shenanigans that aren't really all that important. Stretch was here too for a time. Doing some weak attempts at banter. There's another part of this I want to go to. Scroll down a bit. Okay. Alright, so this is when this is very, very important as well, because Earjuice gets caught in another lie here. So why didn't you contact Cog about the video released about Drama Queen that features him before publishing it? And then Earjuice responds with, yeah, so I wanted to, but it was Stretch's DMs that had the info relating to him, so it was his call because Cog was potentially going to be pissed at him. Can you please unmute Stretch? He will help. Okay, I see what he did there. Well, there's a way around that. There is a way around that. Huh. Alright, so as you clearly saw on video, he's trying to hide what he said. He's going back and editing it. I'm going to say that this is a troll, but at the same time, while this is a clever little troll, I think he's also trying to take back the shit he said here. And he realizes it's embarrassing for him. Yeah, so I wanted to, but it was Stretch's DMs that had the info releasing to him. So it was his call because Cog was potentially going to be pissed at him. You are a massive faggot, nice stream, ha ha ha. He obviously added that part in. DMs between Stretch and Cog and Drama Queen and Stretch. We didn't know anything without Stretch, so you may want to talk to him. It's my fault for not going back and uncensoring the DMs before putting them out. Just a time thing. Yeah, that's really curious here about the time thing, about how he has to go ahead and release it at this particular time when Cog is on a road trip and he can't respond right away to this. Yeah, or he can't adequately respond until he gets back. Now, granted, the way he did eventually respond was fucking retarded, and I mean just absolutely dumb. Like, I levels of stupidity that are like, you know, that's on him, to be honest. But this other shit here, hey, we're not really trying to go after Cog. We're just going ahead and we're gonna make a video on him that features him heavily. He's the only known person here, and we're just gonna make this video that makes it really much about him. But it gets better here. Because again, Earjuice does get caught in a lie. I don't understand how those DMs keep you from telling a guy that's going to find out anyway because you're doing a video about a girl you think is scum that cheated on him. Yeah, see, this is the first flaw with Earjuice's story here. Oh, we didn't tell Cog because it was Stretch's find, and, you know, this would make Stretch and Cog get mad at each other. Like, really? I mean, that makes no sense. We can all agree that Drama Queen is a bitch. Like, what she was doing was playing with other men's what other men's emotions, as this video explains. Like, I don't really see a way out for her unless I'm missing something here. So, why would Stretch going to Cog not be anything more than Stretch doing Cog a favor? So why is Earjuice pulling this yarn here about that? And then he responds with, I knew about Chet via dispatch. Can you please explain? I might be missing something. And then Earjuice explains it was his call, his being Stretch. And then I ask, how is it his call when it is your video to publish, Earjuice? And Earjuice responds, it would fuck Stretch, I nearly did. A few times. It would fuck Stretch, I nearly did. A few times, but if we did, Cog would be pulling us both into a voice chat, and he have been happy. Or, he fucked up the sentence considerably. And he would not have been happy. Stretch would have been fucked off because it was his call, and I'm not going to do that to him. hang on a second. I just realized I wasn't showing the Discord. Let me get that. Okay. Get that. There we go. Okay. It would fuck Stretch. It would fuck Stretch. I nearly did contact Cog a few times, but if we did, Cog would be pulling us both into a voice chat, and he would not have been very happy. Stretch would have been fucked off because it was his call, and I'm not going to do it to him. Okay, so For the Win server is starting to get the panty shot leaks and have plans to go on. There's some other bullshit. It's not really important. And then he's asking me to unmute Stretch and ask him. I respond with, I'll unmute Stretch when I'm interested in talking to him. Why is it a problem for Cog to be mad at him at that point, but not after the video was published? Because Cog was going to find out anyway. So why is Earjuice concerned that Cog could be mad at Stretch? So I should throw Stretch under the bus for what? Again, the question has to become, why is this throwing Stretch under the bus? It doesn't make any sense. When he is a friend and a co-host that I trust and have respect for, there was... Oh, okay, so apparently Earjuice deleted or edited something. Yep, see, right here. Decided to edit that out. I'm not sure why. I'm guessing he got... There he goes again. Like, if you want to go ahead and try to cover the evidence live, you can do that, Earjuice. It's not a good look because this is a big lie you're telling here. Very, very clearly, people can tell that you blatantly lied about... Actually, I got an idea. We'll solve this way. All right. Now you can't edit things. Yeah, he's saying that he didn't contact Cog, the guy he said that he's not trying to hurt in the video. He's saying he didn't contact him because Stretch was going to go ahead and apparently Stretch would be mad at him. And here's Stretch saying, it'd be an issue for Earjuice not wanting to start drama between two separate parties. He's not a bad dude. You'll have this all wrong. And let's see. I know for... Let's see. Going down further. Oh, and here's a screenshot, apparently, of what they claim is Ralph's server or something like that. And yeah, here's another thing. So much shit going on here. It's so hard to pay attention to all this. All right. Okay. So anyway, yeah. The big question I have still is, why didn't Earjuice contact Cog if it wasn't meant to fuck with him? There's never a good answer for it, and Earjuice just lies through his teeth about why it is. And as you can see, he goes ahead, and on a live stream, he goes ahead and covers the evidence up. And we're supposed to just buy that. I don't... it's very, very clear to me that Earjuice and Cog have had beef before this. It was probably over the Bitwave website about that controversy there. Apparently, Cog didn't like Bitwave and Earjuice did. And apparently also, Earjuice and Cog went ahead and Earjuice decided to go ahead and push back against it by getting some dirt and throwing it out there for the public. And then trying to play the white hat role and saying that I'm such a good person and I'm going to go ahead and expose this bitch that's already left the internet for months. Seriously. Alright, so yeah, these people, it's just the same bullshit over and over again, really. They just do the same thing every time. Every time they claim to, stand for this or that thing, it's just the same bullshit. Anyway. And the thing is, And like there's a couple of people crying to get on stream to like correct the record, but I don't see how you get corrected from this. I don't see how you go ahead and pretend it wasn't an op. In any event. All right. All right, I guess that's it for tonight. I just wanted to rant a little bit about that because it was on my mind. I had some more things lined up for this, but it's so much autism with this, where the people that are getting involved with it are just essentially they're doing this dumb shit behind the scenes. And you can also tell too, because like I'm just here spitballing on this and speculating about it, and you get all these extreme reactions, like from people going ahead and doxing, to spamming the server, to making raids on the chat, to doing other things like trying to post as much bait and other shit as possible. And the thing is, I think they know that, like, they know that there's they're also just trying to go ahead and they're trying to discredit me by bringing up whatever things they can bring up, unrelated shit from the past, etc. And the reason they're doing this is because they also know there's another meme that John Kelly is so obsessed with this shit that he looks into this stuff to such an autistic level that eventually he's going to find the truth, everything about it. He's going to bring it out to light, and it doesn't matter where it leads. All of it's going to come out to the forefront. And that's the thing I don't think that they like. I don't think they like the fact that I don't give a shit whose side is doing what to whom. I will go after whichever one, no matter what. And in any event, and I think it's obvious by the actors that are in the chat complaining that I'm doing this stream. They're all friends with each other, all helping each other out, all giving each other a pat in the back and the boost. And it's obvious. It's obvious that this community just wants to go ahead and boost each other's shit over. Oh, and I guess that's it for tonight. I'm still not done looking into this topic. I'm still going to go ahead and talk about it. And I'm not going to go ahead and just back down because people don't like the fact that I'm talking about this and I'm painting people in a way that they do not want to be painted. And no, I'm not going to go ahead and open up the voice call so that way any random troll can come here and be as disingenuous as possible. And in any event, you all have a good night, and I'll see you on the next stream.